Why is it that child actors get
kind of washed away?
Yeah, what is that?
I would attribute a lot of it to finding success too early. So you get this misconception of how easy it is and why is this not working? Or you sort of, I know a lot of I have friends that were very successful at a young age, and not to name any, but I can tell sometimes how they approach an audition. It's very like just, And I'm like, but going to school for it and grinding at a later age, I think builds a bit more, either a passion or you learn quickly if it's not for you and you just approach it differently. But that being said, especially in Canada, the casting directors really have a handful of people they love, and whether the description is a jock in the school or a nerd in the school, they still seem to bring them in.
Totally.
So that's the one part of, if you did find success young, you get a little more opportunities. But
Have you ever thought maybe it's the case that the kid, when he's little, shows a great deal of talent and whatever, and then as he grows older, he actually grows into that talent, and the talent doesn't grow?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's true. Some kids are like that Dakota Fanning thing, where she was like an insane child actor, good at what she does and does something that most children don't.
But by the time you get to a certain age, you're just
another great actor.
I think it's easier to stand out at a younger age if you have talent.
For sure.
Whereas if you get to be, say, north of 25 or 30, you assume anyone left in the game, it's serious now. They're going to have a certain amount of talent. They're taking it seriously. If you're 8 years old and come in and are just great, there's a far better chance you're going to get the role, I think.
Oh yeah, and then some of them when they're kids, they got a cute look to them and all that stuff, but then they grow older and it turns out this is a pretty nasty person.
The kid from Sixth Sense. Haley
Joel Osment.
Correct, and fine-looking guy now, but he was like that perfect poster child as a kid.
Well, he's gained a lot of weight, and he's a very different
character.
Person.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's still useful in movies, and he has a ton of experience, but yeah, he looks very different. He's not as cute as he once was.
Depending on who you ask.
That's my opinion, yeah.
Right.
It's only my opinion.
He was Forrest Gump's kid.
What's that? Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's been everyone's kid.
Time really boogies down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So when you study acting in school,
Yep.
and it's just strictly TV and movies.
Yeah, it's on camera focused. And I grew up doing theater, so I think it was nice to be able to kind of bottle it and hone it and bring it in. But I do think this is what one of my favorite teachers, John Bourgeois, said. He said what he notices is people, maybe specifically to the camera side of it, are too afraid to try anything. They think less is more, which is true to a point, but you still have to make the decisions and the choices, and then you can bring that down. Whereas, and that's something that I learned there, was go ahead and be big with it. We did exercises where it's like one time do the whole time that you're laughing through the scene, and it feels weird. It's hard to you have to break down some insecurities of doing certain things and be willing to look stupid. But then you find that wow, those 2 sentences I did when I was really laughing really worked. And you find that, and then you do another one where you're super angry, and it's just interesting. It sort of breaks down these. I also did this movement class with my teacher, Viv, and we would have to do some really ridiculous things, like pretend you're a shovel, but you couldn't just act out being a shovel. It had to be like an abstract version. And for the first 6 months, you just feel ridiculous. But then you kind of you get this fuck it mentality, and you commit to it. And I attribute that a lot to being able to go all in and being present in a scene, because if it doesn't work, we'll just try it again,